welcome back to another YouTube tutorial video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to use this beautiful 3D modeling software, Blender. It's a pretty easy and good software to use. I would definitely recommend it, so I'm going to teach you guys how to use it. You guys will get the hang of this really fast. So first I'm going to go over how to move your camera around in this space. To rotate your camera, you're going to click and hold your middle mouse button and then drag in the direction that you want, like this. Secondly is this little hand button in the corner, which is move the view, which you can do to reposition how your camera is. This can also be done by clicking shift and then dragging your middle mouse button, clicking and holding like this. This button over here is to see what your camera would see. So if I was like creating an animation and I wanted it to look really nice, I could use this camera function. Now, for these tools on the side, these are the tools you're going to be working with a lot. So we've got the move function. So when you select your block, you can move it up, down, left, right, forward, and back. Control Z to undo anything you did. Next, we've got the rotate tool, which, as the name suggests, rotates your block in however you want, in whichever direction. Again, Control Z to undo. And then we've got the shaping tool, which when you click on a block, you can adjust its shape to anything you want. This can also be done by clicking S and then moving your mouse and then clicking your left mouse button. Again, Control Z to undo anything you just did. This is your transform button. So this basically is all of the tools at once. I don't really like it because I might misclick and resize when I want it to rotate, but it's there. We've got the drawing tool, which I don't use at all. We've got the measuring tool so that you can see how far apart this is. Control Z to get rid of your measurement. We've got the add cube button, which is pretty useful. You click and hold. You can create any sized cube you want, just like this. Now, to remove a object from your scene, you're going to click X and then D, and it is gone. Now, I'm going to draw your attention over to the right-hand side of the screen, where I've got all of the properties of my cube. So its location, and everything else about it. Down here is its color. I get asked this a lot. How do I change its color? So what you're gonna do is you're going to go to base color here, and then you can select a color. But you'll notice the cube isn't changing. That's because you have to go up to the top where these four circles are and click the second one. This will show all colored blocks. So now as you can see, it's rainbow. So, um, so sometimes you won't have this. So if I just insert a cube real quick, which by the way is Shift A, you'll see that it says that it's like this. There's no base color here. You have to click New, and now you've got the color changing each block individually. Now, let's say I moved this cube, I reshaped it, I like the shape of it, but I want another one, but I just can't seem to get the other shape to do that. To get an exact duplicate, click Control Copy, and then or Control C, and then Control V. which is the universal copy paste, and now there's two. Again, X, D to delete any unwanted objects. Now, if you click Shift A, you'll get this giant list of a whole bunch of different things that you can add to your project. So, um, the mesh is the thing that you will use the most, or that I use the most anyway. I would recommend staying away from the plane, circle, or torus. Um, as instead of creating a shape like this does, or a sphere like this does, it creates this. And it can be weird if you don't know how to use it. So, recommend staying away from that. I don't really know how they work, but yeah. So you've got all this. The meatball is basically just shapes that mold together like this. That's all it is. So if you want your shapes to mold together, that's what you do. Now, let's say um I put I made a really big um project like this turret, for example. And I wanted to join these parts back here so that I don't have to manually select them all. So what you do is you select them all by manually selecting them. You only have to do this once. Once they're all selected, you click Ctrl J. And now it is its own block. It's always going to be selected. When you click on one part, they all select. Um, Now, you can change, now this is the point of rotation that it's around. So we can actually change our how it looks. So where it is. So